Well, marriage is a wealth building institution in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
That's how every culture has amassed wealth,
Mm-hmm.
is through a strong family unit and that
Mm-hmm.
commitment, between a man and a woman, and actually having offspring that actually um, kind of perpetuate a particular belief system that, like I said, you grow your wealth with future generations. But I mean, marriage is it.
Mm-hmm.
That is the way in which you can build wealth, because it's easier, right? It's easier with two as opposed to one, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot easier. All your bills are cut in half. If you got two working people in the household, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's easier to accumulate. It's easier to be successful with a supporter. And as an African American man, I've been married 10 years now. Since I got married, right? I've
Mm-hmm.
never been late to a appointment, period. Never. I've been on time or early, and I've been prepared, right? I like to prepare ahead of time. I like to plan things out. But thanks to my wife, I mean, I have a lot less stress. Life
Mm-hmm.
is a lot easier having someone to support you
Mm-hmm.
in your own household, right? Having peace in your own household. I mean, that's just wonderful to have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just so much easier to achieve in any aspect of life, having the support of Black women, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just amazing to have. One of the foundational cracks we talked about, you mentioned it, is marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you have leaders or people that look like us perpetuating cycles of poverty, right? And people, what I'm talking about is entertainers. Specifically, if you have men going around devaluing women,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that woman is only valuable for the next whatever 6-hour period that you know them. Like, hey, I got something out of her and she's gone. That doesn't build wealth. I mean, having, I think about this.
It doesn't build or sustain wealth.
No, I mean, you lose it. I mean, your wealth is divided, right? I mean, you actually don't, you make it harder to actually build wealth, right? So,
you become a target. You become a target as opposed to, for Black women, you become a target as opposed to an asset or a goal, right? You understand what I'm saying? I'll put it like this. We have this, a lot of Black people have what they call relationship goals as it pertains to what they see as power couples, right? And they look at these power couples and they don't view power couples as targets, but they view single Black men and they know how they live as targets. It's like, okay, I can have a baby with this person because this person isn't getting with people for legacy. They're getting with people for looks, right? So now you become a target, and now like you said, you can't build or sustain wealth that way, because now you're doing what? You're paying alimony, paying child support, right? You've now be and how many brothers have we seen work hard, whether it be in the entertainment industry or whether it be in the business world, who work hard to get to a certain place and wind up going broke over things like alimony and child support payments and different things like that.
Right. I mean, even to think of the child. I mean, the child no longer has that advantage or that love and the nurturing that's provided by having a 2-parent home, right? I mean, we at one point, I mean, I think out of wedlock, I mean, couples that are out of wedlock or children being born out of wedlock was like down to the 20%, and that number jumped up significantly. I mean, I think 70%, children born in households, maybe that's probably like, early 2000s, like 70% of our households, I mean, there's children being born, they're not being born in 2-parent households,
And the view of family changes at that point.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And what?
No, I mean, and then too, you end up perpetuating a cycle of poverty again, because if you, not all people, but you kind of understand, if you come from a broken home, broken people, kind of break other people.